Hi, and welcome to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, President Knowles. But before we get started, a word from one of our supporters.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
And welcome back. This is the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, President Knowles, and you know the deal. I am excited. I'm excited about building Black businesses, women-owned businesses, minority businesses, period. You know, small business is the driver, is the lifeblood of our communities. And I have an amazing young lady. I'm excited about her being here, Miss Sommer Curry. How are you?
I am doing wonderful, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to connect with Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. You guys have been so instrumental in ensuring that businesses like myself continue to have the spotlight. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be featured this morning and to be able to sit down and have a one-on-one conversation with you today.
That's, these things, you talk about business. It's not easy. It's easy to go up and go to work every day. Well, not always easy, but to get up and, as I say, having to hunt. What gave you that inspiration to start your business?
I think I've always had the direction of entrepreneurship. I was a little kid at school creating candy and selling candy from school. My mother, from what I was told, was the first Black electrolysis in the late 60s. So hair and business has always been something that has been in the forefront for myself. And I was able to watch my mother adopt children, raise her own children, all while being a business owner and having the freedom to be able to care for us, our community, and just the legacies that she left. I just wanted to make sure and ensure that that resiliency was passed on.
Wow, that's very strong. Well, I know you mentioned your mother. Where are you from?
Originally, I am from South Central California.
Okay, the Cali girl.
I'm a Cali girl, yes, out north. I am a retired military spouse vet. My husband did 22 years in the Air Force. We retired here in Homestead, and it just became a community for me once I came out of my shell, once I realized that we would be able to plant a foundation here. Our children are thriving here. It just seemed like the right step, and it aligned with my vision, my mission, my purpose, and my business. So being in Miami-Dade has definitely changed my mindset because I am surrounded by individuals who are looking to thrive and excel and who are willing to share the resources to make sure that we all can do this together.
Right. So tell us about your business.
I'm a multi-serial business owner.
Okay.
So the business that you know of would be the Sommer Curry experience. And with that business, we are more so mentorships where we take your birth from vision, business, execution, and monetizing in 90 days. We walk with you. We ensure that you have the proper foundation, make sure that you're registered on SunBiz, make sure that you have your LBT. A lot of people believe if you have just those two, you're in business. But when it comes to the financing and being able to apply for a loan or go for a bank, you have to make sure that your back house is in order. And that's what we do. We help you fine tune your back house, make sure that you have systems in place because the world is moving extremely fast and we have all of these tools. But if you're not using the tools to help yourself, we're going to continue to drown. and my business helps you and make sure that you have the tools to scale for your business. And my business has been the best success story for myself and my children. And that's how the Sommer Curry experience was birthed. I'm a hairstylist by trade. I've been doing that over 20 years. I have a new location coming in Homestead, and we'll be rolling out classes and education in there. And I'm always the person, you come in to receive your hairstyle, but you leave in with so much more. I give you resources. I'm making sure that the kids are checked into school on time, and making sure that if you see a gift in your child, that you are making sure that they have the resources. People don't know that we have to advocate for ourselves. Being women of color, we are the first line of defense when it comes to our children and our homes. We wear a lot of tasks, but the most tasks that I am very proud for is being a mother,
Right.
to 3 successful boys. I have a 25-year-old who is with the BITS program, and he is approaching his private pilot license.
Well, that's amazing.
I'm truly grateful
And
for
I
that.
know you saw that gift and you
Yes.
pushed him through. And I'm sure it sounds like listening to you, he didn't need a lot of pushing.
It's exceptional is the standard in my house.
I can see that. I definitely can see that.
So we have the second child. He is finishing up his year of FIU of law school, pre-law.
Okay.
And my last one is in STEM. So the goal is to build my powerhouse. And I have all of the resources in-house. And I think we need to do a better job as individuals, as business owners, in making sure that we secure those resources and building that legacy.
Exactly. You know, you talk about the back of your house. I mean, that's my mantra. A lot of businesses, when the pandemic hit, were not able to stay in the business because they did not have the back of their house together.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that in terms of, as you said, that is your Sommer Curry experience. What do you see out there happening with small businesses?
What I see happening with small businesses is the word small. So we have to remove that term, because everything is mindset. If you are walking into this business thinking it's small, you won't see the vision for it to be a multi-business, for it to be a chain. So we have to start changing our mindsets and how we see things, and making sure that we're surrounding ourselves with the right people. Because like you said, when the pandemic came, everybody had or wanted to have their hand out, but they didn't have an LBT. They didn't have a business with a business bank account. They didn't have an accountant. They didn't have these things in structure. So when you start asking for loans, and people start asking these questions, then that's how you know how much of the business you truly understand. And sometimes people don't understand it's okay to take a step back to rebuild that foundation, because if you want your business to withstand and have sustainability, that foundation has to be great. And in Florida, we all know the houses come up quickly, but you can always tell with the foundation once you live in it and once it starts to settle, and you want your business to settle on a strong foundation.
No, that's a good point. Um, how long have you been in business?
Off and on about 15 years.
Okay. You say you're a serial entrepreneur.
I am a serial entrepreneur. I have a hair growth hairline. It's called Sommer Oil. We sell that in the salon. I am an author. I do public speaking. I do AI training. My mother always told me, be an asset in any company that you go to. You don't have to worry about being fired if you understand the systems, and you're an asset. And I have taken everything that I've learned in corporate America from my friends, family, and mentors, and taking the good parts, and I have been able to build a legacy in the Sommer Curry experience. Everything that I speak of, I speak because I have experienced it myself.
That's beautiful. We're going to take a little break, and we're going to be back with Miss Curry on the other side.
Learn and earn today at Miami-Dade College. College graduates earn 56% more than high school graduates and $1 million more in lifetime earnings. A degree from MDC is your path to greater earning power and career success. Choose from hundreds of affordable high-tech and in-demand career programs, including cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, business, and nursing. Learn and earn today at MDC and fast-track your career. Enroll now at mdc.edu/purpose.
Welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I'm so excited sitting here with Ms. Curry, Sommer Curry, and the Sommer Curry experience. You know, you mentioned something before we took a break, and we're talking about small business. And from a legal perspective, it's considered a small business because there are large corporations that are considered small business for tax purposes.
Correct.
And I'll use one as an example. The Hard Rock Stadium, I used to work at the stadium, used to work with the Dolphins, and it's small business.
Correct.
And it's all based on how many employees you make,
Mhm.
how many employees you have.
Correct.
So to your point, just because you're a small business, you shouldn't have a small business mindset. Talk about that again.
The NFL is a nonprofit. They are the largest nonprofit in the world. So, like you say, there can be multi-million-dollar small businesses, but that is only for legal term.
Right.
We have to take the legality and break it down and understand it. When we think of small in our culture, we think of, oh, it's a little business, it's a hustle.
Exactly.
You're not over there making no money.
Right, exactly.
But if you need somebody to give you a reference for a job, my small business works for you because I have my back end in order. I file my taxes. I'm able to assist. I'm able to donate. So people just have to get, it's a shift of mindset. Are you growing or are you staying stagnant? And we can build from a small mindset, from a small business.
Absolutely.
But you just have to understand business, and not everybody is taking the time. Right now is the best season to take a step back and understand. I have been on an educational journey for the last 2 years. I am no longer chasing the dollars. I am chasing the knowledge that will give me better understanding on how to handle what's coming in the next season. And I don't think a lot of us take time to shift. We have 4 seasons for a reason. We have 4 quarters in our business. Each of those seasons and those quarters is a mental shift for you to start challenging yourself, breaking your business down. In my coaching business, I always ask everybody when they first start with me, 30 days, 60 days, 90, and 1 year. Where do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? What is the plan if this doesn't happen? A lot of us are set on one way. I thought I wasn't going to do hair anymore. I
Right.
have not been marketing hair for the last 2 years. God laughed at me. I'm in the
Right.
process of opening up a new location.
And you know, a good friend of mine says you have to have more than one popcorn stand. You have to have popcorn popping over here,
Yeah,
popcorn,
yeah.
you know.
And when you walk down the bread aisle, there are a multitude, and we all bring something exceptional to our businesses, to our lives, to the clients and the people that we serve. And we have to get out of the boss mentality and realize that we are servants in this business. And without anybody sitting in my chair, without you giving me this platform, we are nothing.
You know, that's a good point. You know, we all want to be the boss. And I say, you know, if the boss doesn't know how to mop the floor, how is he going to teach you how to mop the floor?
Exactly.
And so, and we can't have that mindset that, you know, anything is, you know, that's too little for me to do.
Correct.
And if
Correct.
you're going to run a business, you have to run every aspect of that business. How can they get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me, the coachsummer.com. My IG is summerexp. For all hair care services would be Designs by Summer with an O. And my direct phone number is 305-606-1134. And for those who are watching this, you will receive a free 2-day training from me. And then you can also, if you need assistance to just build a foundation, or if you're looking for resources, I am definitely your mindset to connect with. And it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And let's finish together strongly.
This has been the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, m-dcc.org. Reach us at 305-751-8648. See you the next time. Today, I stand before you, a proud graduate of Miami-Dade College and the 5th president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to return to the college that prepared me to become a leader in our community, providing an education second to none. So I'm asking you to please tune in every Monday at 12 noon to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce's Member Connection, as I interview members of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce on our Facebook page at Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce or our YouTube channel, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about the Chamber, please go to m-dcc.org or call the Chamber at 305-751-8648.